Here, everyone, welcome back. Okay, so this week in music, wow, it's a real roller coaster. We've got some pretty heavy farewells, but also some seriously exciting stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, we're going to go from a really poignant moment, saying goodbye to a true rock icon, all the way to the news that a massive international festival is finally coming to Australia. It really shows you, right? The music world never stands still.
So let's start on that more reflective note and pay tribute to one of the most defining voices in British rock history.
So, some sad news to start. Rick Davies, the incredible lead singer and songwriter for Supertramp, has passed away at 81. You know, he'd been battling multiple myeloma for a long time, and his loss is just being felt everywhere. His bandmates put out this tribute, and it hits the nail on the head. The heartbeat of the band's sound. I mean, if you know Supertramp, you know that sound, right? His voice and that Wurlitzer piano, they were the band's identity, absolutely inseparable.
And his legacy? It's just undeniable. I mean, he and Roger Hodgson wrote some of the most timeless rock anthems ever. The Logical Song, Goodbye Stranger, Take the Long Way Home, the list just goes on. And it all led up to that 1979 album, Breakfast in America, which wasn't just a hit, it was a Grammy-winning phenomenon.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit, from a legacy of the past to some very current drama. And it involves a group you would probably never expect to see in a headline like this.
Yep, I'm talking about the Wiggles. Can you believe it? The Wiggles are in the middle of a massive lawsuit. Their former CEO is actually taking them to the Australian federal court. It's pretty wild.
So here's the deal. The CEO, Luke O'Neill, who was their first ever CEO, by the way, was let go after only a year. And he's claiming he was basically undermined by the Blue Wiggle himself, Anthony Field, got locked out of key meetings, and then, boom, fired. The lawsuit names the whole company, Field, and even their lawyer. This is a huge, huge shakeup behind the big red car.
All right, staying behind the curtain for a minute, let's talk about a really fundamental change in how Australia's music industry even counts what a hit is.
So, for anyone who might not be familiar, the ARIA Charts, they're basically the official scoreboard for music in Australia. They tell you what's hot each and every week. They're the gold standard. Okay, and here's the big shakeup. ARIA is totally changing how it works. From now on, the main charts, the ones everyone looks at, will only have music that's been released in the last 2 years. All those older songs, the classics, are getting moved to a brand new chart called On Replay.
And the reason why? Well, ARIA CEO Annabelle Hurd basically says it's about giving new music a spotlight. It's a way to let fresh artists shine while still giving a nod to the classics that just won't quit. You know, it makes sense, right? We live in a world where a TikTok trend can make a 40-year-old song go viral again. So this new system is trying to make room for both.
Okay, enough of the industry stuff. Let's get to the good part. The part we all love, live music. And wow, there are a ton of incredible tour announcements we need to talk about. First up, and this is a huge one for all the EDM fans out there, after so many rumors, it's finally officially confirmed. The legendary core stage from Tomorrowland is coming to Australia. So get your calendars out because this is happening in 2026. It's landing in Melbourne, and honestly, this is a massive, massive deal for the Aussie dance music scene.
But hey, it's not just about the huge festivals. There's a whole bunch of other major tours coming our way. We're talking Evanescence, the Temper Trap are back, and even Pendulum are doing a run. Seriously, the next couple of years are looking absolutely stacked for live music.
And a lot of these tours have a really cool twist. Take Evanescence. After their massive arena tour back in 2023, they're coming back, but this time for way more intimate non-arena shows. It's a chance to see them up close and personal in a totally different vibe.
And speaking of special, the Temper Trap is back. This tour is for their brand new single Lucky Dimes, which, get this, is their first new music in 9 years. 9 years. What a comeback for one of Australia's most loved bands.
And then you've just got the sheer size of some of these tours. I mean, look at Amy Shark. She's doing a massive 26-date tour, and she's hitting up regional Australia, which is so cool.
And this isn't your average tour either. It's called the Songs and Stories Tour, so she'll be playing acoustic versions of her songs and telling the stories behind them. It's going to be a super personal, really unique experience, especially for fans who aren't in the big cities.
So there you have it. A bit of everything, right?
We've remembered a true legend, peeked behind the curtain at some industry drama, and looked ahead to a jam-packed schedule of live shows. It really shows you the whole cycle of music, from creation to legacy. It leaves me wondering, with all this going on, what's going to be next on your playlist?